to get ungated, to get unrestricted in big brands like Nike, you know, brands like Adidas, just to sell clothing, Under Armour, all types of stuff, even selling groceries, things like that, guys. You just have to
I like my money crazy, man, out of control. Only real thing I count on, count my dough. No breaks, no stopping, no talking, nobody knows.
So family, my 10-minute massage just finished, and it felt so good that I'm hitting it again. I'm about to do 20 minutes. I might even do 60 minutes, guys, to be honest, because I might just go back to back to back, because this thing is amazing, guys. It's amazing. Like, oh my goodness. Then you can work certain parts of your body. But guys, I'm gonna hit this massage, and then I'm coming back, family, about the 2019, what you need to know about retail arbitrage, guys. I'm gonna answer some questions and everything, so stick around for this whole video. I just gotta enjoy this massage because it's just incredible. Be right back. Alright, family, so how does retail arbitrage in 2019, how does it work? How does it work in 2019? I'm gonna answer a lot of questions in this video for newbies and for people that have been selling or just starting out. So watch this through the end, guys, and let's just get right into it. So first and foremost, this is for complete beginners that don't understand what retail arbitrage is. All it is a fancy word for saying reselling. That's all it is. You're just reselling. You're buying things and you're reselling them online, multiple different platforms. Now, what I mainly show, what I've been showing is Amazon FBA, but it's gonna get a lot more diverse. I'm gonna be reselling on eBay a lot. There's a lot more things that I'm gonna let you guys know, but you can do it either way. eBay, Amazon, it doesn't matter. It's basically just buying stuff for cheap and selling it for higher and keeping the profits, guys. That's what retail arbitrage is. All right, now the app I use, everybody keeps asking the same question, like, what's the app? Listen, this is for the complete newbies, right? All right, so this is what the app icon looks like. Do you see that? I'll go over here, actually. Let me see. Right here. You see that? You see that app right there? That Amazon app, Amazon seller? That's the app icon that you want. That's the app you want. You go to any app store on your phone and you just download that app for free. And yeah, it's that simple, guys. Now let's get to the putting of questions like, how does it actually work? How does it actually work? So basically, you use that app I just showed you, and you go into the store and you scan products. You can even scan products without barcodes, like book covers, DVD covers, even items that have a clear picture of whatever the item is on the box. You can actually scan the box, and if it picks up the item or barcode, it'll pop up on Amazon and it'll let you know what it's selling for on Amazon. And that's how you use the app, guys. And then there is something called the BSR, which is the number that kind of identifies the product, whether it's a good product to buy for Amazon, at least, right? For reselling on Amazon. And it's kind of a good guideline for eBay as well, because if it's popular on Amazon, it's probably popular on eBay as well. Now, basically how that works is, if we go, let me just open up one of my favorites here. So basically, these are all items that I've scanned, right? So basically, let's say I walked into a store and I found this item, I scanned it. This is how it would pop up, right? And this number right here at the top, that's the BSR. And let me just read it to you. It says 27,000 in pet products. Now, what does that mean? What does 27,000 in pet products mean? So what I like to do is I like to use this is not an app, this is a website. I will go to Jungle Scout Estimator, right? So go to Google. I will go to Google, and then I will type in Jungle Scout Estimator right there on Google, and then I'll click the link, the first one. And this is an estimator that lets you know how many times an item sells per month given any BSR in any product category. So like I just said, it was that pet product was 27,000 in pets. So what I would do is I would click right here, Marketplace, United States, of course, and then I would click the category. It was pets, So let's go down to pet supplies, and then I would type in the BSR at the top. So the BSR was 27,000. So let's do 27,000. It was a little bit more, but I'm just gonna say 27,000. And then once you click go at the bottom, it shows me that that product sells 120 times per month. All right, it's showing me that. Now that means basically that I scanned the product in the store that had a good BSR. It had a BSR of 27,000 in pet supplies, and when I looked it up on my phone, that's showing me that it sells 120 times a month, which is a good product. That's a good product to buy. Now, the last thing I'm looking, well, the first thing actually I'm looking for is how much is the product worth and what is it selling for on Amazon, right? And then the BSR. The BSR is very important as well. So, which is what I just showed you with the Jungle Scout estimator. All right, guys. So I bought the product for X amount of dollars. Let's just make up something because I don't have the product in front of me right now. So let's say I bought the product for $3, right? I bought it for $3 and it's selling for $20, right? So that gives me a profit of $17, right? Which Amazon's gonna take their fees. So let's say it went down to what, $11. So I get to make $11, right? All I had to spend was $3, and now I'm making $11. So my $3 just turned into $11 in profit. All right, guys. Now let's jump into some of the questions about restrictions and payments and things like that, guys. All right, so this is going to cover a bunch of questions because a lot of people get confused with this and get stuck with this or even give up with the restriction part. Now, as a new seller, you're going to run into something called restrictions. There's a ton of restrictions. You'll scan items that have good BSRs, good profits, but Amazon is saying that product's restricted, meaning you are not allowed to sell that. Basically, what that means is exactly what it means. You're not allowed to sell it. So no matter how good the product is, how much of a good profit margin it is, you cannot sell that product on Amazon because you are restricted. Now, this is why it is amazing to sell on, one of the reasons why it's amazing to sell on multiple platforms, because if you do run into restrictions and it's a good product, good BSR, and it has a high demand on Amazon, but you're restricted to selling on Amazon, you can pretty much guarantee that that product is good on eBay, and you're not restricted on eBay, so you can buy that product and resell it on eBay. Now, the best way to get ungated or unrestricted on Amazon is to just sell the products you can. In 2019, guys, honestly, what Amazon's about, it's not about finding winning products for retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. It's not about finding winning products or even for private label. Now you have to go into it with the mentality of getting through all the bad ones, right? So if you go in it with that mentality, then you're prepared to run into a lot of restrictions. But if you go into it with the mentality like, oh man, I can't wait to just find a bunch of items and make a bunch of money, then you're gonna get let down because it's not that easy. It's gotten harder and harder. All right, guys, and basically it's still not hard. It's just harder than it used to be. You go into it with the mentality of getting through all the bad ones to find those good ones. All right. And the more you sell on Amazon, the more you show Amazon that you're not a quitter, you know how to sell, you're selling good products, you're getting good reviews, you're not scamming anybody, and you're just consistent and you're just on it and on it. Amazon will automatically ungate you for items as you request them. Or even without you even knowing. So there's items that I've thought I was going to be restricted for, and I wasn't, and I was like, whoa. And that's just because I've been selling on Amazon over a year, and I've been consistent, and I've been sending in shipments, and they've been good products. I haven't gotten many returns. I've gotten some. Everyone's going to hit returns, but overall, I've been doing consistently well. Now, that's how you would get unrestricted. One of the best ways to get unrestricted is just to sell. Just to sell. Don't give up because of the restrictions, because you will run into a bunch of restrictions, but just get through those restrictions, find the items you can sell, and sell them, guys. Even if there's not a lot of margin, even if there's not a lot of profits, because I know I show a lot of good stuff. I show like a lot of 200% ROIs, 100%, 1000% ROI items. I show items that I'm finding for $2 and I'm selling for 40. Don't think of it like that always. Now, that's very possible. Even as a new seller, you can find those type of items, because I find them all the time at bargain stores, Goodwills, and thrift shops and stores like that. But the thing about stores like that, guys, you got to keep this in mind, is that if Amazon asks you for a receipt or a invoice or a proof of purchase, they're not going to necessarily take the Goodwill receipts or the thrift shop receipts, because those are not like the same type of receipts where it says the item and the description or what it is or where it came from. At Goodwills, it'll say a color, like it'll say electronics yellow. You know what I mean? Or it's same with thrift shops. So, but if you bought an item at Walmart, it'll actually say whatever the item is in the SKU. I'm quite sure it has the other numbers and stuff on the receipt, and you can show Amazon that, and they will accept that before they will accept a Goodwill receipt or a thrift shop receipt. So there is a risk to it, right? So typically, Goodwills, thrift shops are good for used items, because used items can be from your house as well. But you know, you never know what Amazon's gonna do. It's just a risk that you got to be willing to understand and willing to take. So what I've been doing it for a long time, and I haven't gotten hit with like proof of item or proof of purchase. And I shop at the Goodwill, and I send in new items from the Goodwill all the time. To get ungated, to get unrestricted in big brands like Nike, you know, brands like Adidas, just to sell clothing, Under Armour, all types of stuff, even selling groceries, things like that, guys. You just have to be consistent. Sell on Amazon. Show Amazon you know what you're doing. Show Amazon that you're not a quitter. Get over the humps that Amazon will throw at you. Play by the rules, and you will be perfect. You will be fine, and you will get ungated and restricted items in no time if you just stay consistent and just stay at it. I mean, it's worth it. I haven't even checked it. Honestly, I haven't even checked to see if I was ungated for Nike and stuff like that. I haven't sent a request in, but at this time I should. And that's another thing I want to talk to you guys about, because all over YouTube you'll find resellers, and you'll find them buying so many, you know, doing large amounts of inventory. And let me be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. That is super easy once you get ungated. Once you get ungated, anybody can go to an outlet and buy 1,000 pairs of Nikes if you have the money to buy it, right? Or 100 pairs of Nikes, or start off with just 2 pairs and then double up and then triple up and quadruple, you know, and then just keep going and keep going and keep going. That is super easy, because I mean, everybody on earth that shops on Amazon knows what those big brands are. Everybody knows what Nikes are. Everybody knows those products are being looked for constantly, all day, on a daily basis. So it's very, very easy to sell big name brand products. Sony, Nike, it's very easy once you get ungated. So you see these big YouTubers, you know, and no hate to anybody, I love them all, you know, I love all of them. Shout outs to all the resellers out there. It's just that as a new seller, don't get hypnotized by, oh, I seen that guy buy 1,000 or spent $1,000 on Nikes, and he's making $5,000 off one flip from whatever store. Don't get hypnotized by that, because you will not be able to do that as a new seller. You will not be able to do that. But if you're consistent and you stay on it and you take the little bit of profits now, you're still going to make money. I'm not telling you got to lose money, but you might not make life-changing money at the beginning. You can. I'm not saying you can't. It's how hard you go, but you're going to have to go really, really hard to do that as a beginning seller. Now, I did it as a beginning seller because I was a robot and I was in stores all day long. Sometimes I was forgetting to eat because I was just doing retail arbitrage so much. But as you do this, as you keep going, you will get ungated, and once you get ungated, it's pretty much peaches and cream. It's cupcake and ice cream from there on, like just amazing, because it's easy money after that. Once you get ungated, guys. There's one more thing I want to touch up on as well, is the payment system, guys. As a beginning seller, as a first-time seller on Amazon, they will hold your payment. They will hold your payment for about a month. As a first-time seller, they want to make sure you know what you're doing. They want to make sure you're not scamming people. They want to make sure you're not getting a bunch of returns. So they'll hold your payment 3 weeks to a month, give or take, and they will hold your payment your first payment, only your first payment, and they'll pay you. So you'll start seeing that you're getting sales, you'll start seeing that you're making money, but then you'll be like, wait, the money hasn't been it hasn't been deposited to my account yet. What's going on? It's been a week, it's been 2 weeks, it's been 3 weeks. Don't worry, don't get scared, don't get nervous. Amazon's not scamming you. They do that to all new sellers. It happened to me, and the reason how I know that's what they do is because I'm somebody that doesn't, look to somebody else for help. Most of the time, if something goes wrong with me on my account or anything like that, I call the source. I contact Amazon and I figure it out. So I basically just contacted Amazon and they told me, like, listen, no worries. This is what we do for every new seller, blah, blah, blah. So as a new seller, that's what's going to happen. After your first pay, so it's about a month, you get your first payment from when you start. And after your first payment, it comes every 2 weeks like clockwork. Every 2 weeks, you're getting a direct deposit as long as you're still selling, as long as you're still sending items in and keeping the fire burning, guys. And basically, that's really everything you need to know in a nutshell for retail arbitrage in 2019 with Amazon. Now, guys, I recommend you sell on multiple platforms. I am no eBay expert, but I am learning as I go. Right now, I've been selling a few things on eBay, and I'm actually going to start something pretty sick, pretty wild. I don't want to say it right now because I don't want anybody to take this idea for any other the content creators. I'm going to be the first one to do this, hands down. No one's ever thought of this. No one's doing this. And so just stay tuned for future videos. I'm gonna be doing something pretty darn cool, so just stick around. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell to get notified when I upload. Trust me, you're gonna want to get notified when I upload because I got some cool stuff happening in the future. Yeah, so just stick around. I might tell you guys in the next video because I think I'm gonna start it then. Alright guys, so that's basically what you need to know as far as selling on Amazon goes or retail arbitrage in 2019. There you have it, guys. It is peace and love as always. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.